Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I hope y'all are doing great. So, hear me out. Listen to me. The project that we're going to be working on today is supposed to be fun, okay? You know what happens when we bring out the parchment paper. You know, we're going to do something messy. Now, I have never did this as an adult. I'm sure I did it when I was a little kid in elementary school. We're going to be doing sun catchers. I got this from the Hobby Lobby, and they have this. When I bought this, the spring shop was half off, so I got it for $1. I personally thought that was a good deal because I get two butterflies, which are my absolute go-to crafts, I think. So I have this and a paper towel. No water, no nothing. I want to talk to you really quickly about this. I don't know what I'm doing. That's number one. This is not a tutorial. This is a hang out with me or crash and burn with me type of thing. But I want to just say that I find that sometimes with Hobby Lobby and other stores that sell inexpensive craft items, they can't be bothered to put instructions on there. Because if this was a little kid project, because it says 5 and older, right? It tells us that it makes two. It shows us what we should be doing. And then it says kit, two sun catchers, one applicator, four paint colors. How much is in all of them, and then how much is in one of them. And then if you look at this butterfly as an example, and I don't have any paint pods. I don't know if what kind of paint this is. I don't even know if this is dry or not, because if it's dry, guess what? The video is going to be short. Um, I think you can color these with alcohol marker. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But right here, these two little dots, they're white. I just want to show you the paint pods again. Yep. So let's go ahead and do this. And I think I have a color pattern I want to try. And you have a flat part and then a little pokey part. So the flat part is like to scoop it out, and this is to like spread it around. And so I just want you to see what is, and then it's bent. So I hope you all are having a great day. Today is July 1st. I do want to say that I am going to try to do this every day in July. And then in August, I am going to take a everyday break. I'll still come on with everything that I'm going to be doing, but August is the first. It's the return of school. Okay, so please keep that in mind, and please show me some grace. Okay, I have a lot going on still. Self-inflicted now, but we're gonna get through it. All right, so this has no smell, and it's not like dripping on. So it's, I think this is probably drying out because it's lumpy. Now, the reason why I say it doesn't have any instructions because it doesn't tell me how long I'm supposed to let this paint dry. 4 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours. I googled it and it says 12. It says 24 to 48. Yeah, this is definitely dried up paint. I have paint on my desk though. I don't even know. I don't think this. I don't think this is the right paint pod consistency. And if this is just regular acrylic paint, we're okay, right? Because we have acrylic paint for days. I think I'm only going to do one and just talk with y'all about a few things. Um, School is starting for my kiddo, and soon, well, not soon, in a month. And it's going to be a new experience for me. I'm going to go into this experience differently than I've done the other times. I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous about it. And I think he's probably going to be nervous too. All right, so I did look it up, and you can use acrylic paint, but the best kind of paint that you would want to use is glass paint if you really needed to do it. And I don't have any glass paint because the consistency in this thing is not the best. I had bought more than one, um, one for my son and one for myself, and a test. So this is our test. Yeah, this is not working. I will probably just get some SunCatcher paint today. I have so much adulting to do today that you all, when I tell you, I have been buying school supplies, no, school clothes for my son every time I go to the store. He is so simple currently because he's into Spider-Man. So every dang on Spider-Man shirt that I've seen, I've grabbed. Now I do have friends, and I have gotten word from moms of adult children now that says wait until the moment that your son tells you, Mommy, I don't want the superhero underwear anymore. So I had already kind of started buying him plain colored underwear. Let me tell you, when we go to the store and he sees like the silly looking underwear, he still asks for it. So I'm like, oh, yes, I still have my little baby. And then he gets smart with me, and I'm like, ugh, this preteen nonsense is atrocious. 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 So, yeah. And I don't even know if it's pre, I think because it's a term in between preteen. I just think it's aging. You know, as you get older, you think you know more. And I probably thought I knew more than my mom. Totally wrong. Never know more than your parent. Never. Unless you're like a genius. But as it comes to living life, the only way to know about living life is to actually live life, right? You can't tell somebody that the pot is hot and not experience touching a hot pot. Don't get close to that. Like I have heat related injuries to myself. Mom said don't get close to the iron. Burnt my leg. Mom said this, did that. Now this is going to dry uneven and kind of ugh. And I bought this at the beginning of summer, y'all. This summer. So if I were doing reviews, which I don't normally do reviews on stuff online, like I don't leave a bad comment, but in general, I would say this is crap. I've always had that mindset that the paint pods are crap because they see, like when I shake them, they don't come out great. So let me see. I just shook it up a little bit, so maybe that'll help. I don't think so. I really don't. Again, like I said, the thing has zero instructions, which is not good. And I do recommend, you know, supervise crafts like this because my son will have this all in the kitchen, in his hair, everywhere. Like one day I was like, "How did you get ketchup?" He has ketchup. He had ketchup in his hair. I was like, "How did this happen?" He was like, "The ketchup blurted out." Now ketchup does seem to attack sometimes, so I was like, relatable. I was like, "You are my son. You are my son." I only picked it up so you could see how hard it is to lay it down. So now it wants to run over here though. It's like, ugh, gravity. So I will come back and show you this in 2 days. On Wednesday probably. I need to record a few videos because I plan on traveling. But this is today. Today is July 1st, and this is a July 1st project. That's the. I think that's hard for me. I think that's the hardest part for me. I've been, for the most part, aside from a few videos, waking up and releasing every morning, every morning. And I think I love that format of creating. I just struggle sometimes with the content. And I know some of you probably prefer different content, but I have to do what I want to do, or this is not going to work out for us. It's going to be bad. I do recommend a Q-tip. Do I still have any in this bucket? No, they're all gone. I recommend a Q-tip to clean up the mess, the over. If you have real good paint, you probably don't have to worry about it. I'll look online and see how much glass paint costs. I've seen glass paint before at the thrift store. Never purchased it because, like, oh, I don't. It's some things that I just know my limits to. And then it's other things I have no understanding of what a limit is. So now we're going to go in with this neon yellow. And again, they all look dry to me. Dried out there. I tried to look up a few videos, and even the lady that I watched didn't really help me out much on what I needed to know. I wanted to know like when the drying time was. What does it say it at? And some packaging is better if you buy more. I find that if you spend your money on some, you get what you pay for. This was $1, and I didn't really buy it for the paint itself. I bought it for the experience with my son and I, and I will get us something better paint so we can have a good experience with that. But overall, I am not too mad at this at all. I'm gonna try this little scooper. And maybe this is the consistency and I'm just being a big boob. I don't know. I don't think it is. It just looks too. Nah. It could be though. And maybe sun catching isn't for us. If you've done sun catchers before, let me know. I feel like this would be a good little kid project. Maybe like first grade, kindergarten, first grade. Where, yeah, first grade. I had, when my son was not in school, I used to buy him a lot of coloring projects, paint, because I was like, oh, maybe I could s- find that inner, you know, find it early. All his pictures are mud. Like I still have a lot of the paintings that we've done, and he's gotten a hold of some of them and messed them up. We had did a shaving cream project, completely messed up, ruined it. He went over with something else. As once he was a little bit older, more into messing with stuff, messed it up. Excuse me. Allergies, I believe. I'm hoping it's allergies. I got rained on yesterday twice. So I don't know if you've been here a while. If I get rained on, I usually get sick. Like it doesn't matter. I usually get sick. But I feel like I'm fighting some type of, I don't want to call it a stomach bug because stomach bugs, you usually have other stuff that goes along with it. I'm just fighting like stomach pains. I woke up and like drenched in sweat, and then I was overheating at the same time. I'm like, what is going on? Okay, this one is doing a little bit better. Maybe it's me and the technique I'm doing. I don't know. Nah, like this stuff is stuck on here. It does not want to come off. I'm okay with it. We're gonna work through it, and I'm gonna try not to complain anymore about it. I don't know what I was expecting. Was I expecting for it to just glide off? No. Um, but I wasn't expecting for it to be so firm. And so this could actually be how the pot is supposed to be. Now I'm telling you, I've seen liquid pots before, and it moves. The liquid moves. It doesn't stay still. It's something about this that's so soothing, though. Like very soothing. I don't know if it's because I'm trying to fill all these holes, all the little voids, but it's definitely soothing. I don't even know if I care about the mess, the overage. I mean, I probably do care about it. The question is, do I care enough about it to adjust it? Maybe. We'll see. So you see how right here it was kind of missing, and now when I come through with the brush, it kind not the brush, this little pointy thing, it kind of moves it along, and then I wouldn't say it equals or balances out, but it does move. It's like get along, little doggy. So we're gonna come back over here and scoop some because right here is thin. Let's go ahead and it's already starting to get tacky in the pink. So I do think that this paint probably, that's when they probably made it a couple of years, like last year, the end of last year maybe. So it says this is copyright 2020, but it has 2025 on it. So I would probably say they made it in the end of last year, the beginning of this year. And when they put it on the shelves, maybe the paint life doesn't last that long. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I do recommend. I didn't bring any water, but I would probably get some type of moisture, something that's going to create a to wipe clean your fingers, the project itself. So now we're going to wipe this off and we're going to move on to the next color. But I'm going to try my best not to get this neon yellow all over me. And then I'm just going to take the project up. And you can see right here where I went a little bit over. So I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to do this. And then that. Okay. Then I thought I only needed one napkin. No, we need dos, tres, cuatro more napkins, is all I'm going to say. So you see how it doesn't move that well in the pot, and I do believe that it should be moving a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. Um, More jelly-like, I mean liquidy than it is. But this one seems to be a little bit more of what I would expect from this thing. So all I'm doing is just taking this little scooper and scooping it up like that. Oh my goodness. There we go. That one was the easiest to go on. And now the last one over here. I can't even open this one. I'm nervous. You know how you open certain things and then like splatters all over you? We're not trying to have that. I've had some paint splash all over me before. Oh, I usually get covered in one side. It's usually my right side. I don't know why. But recently, a couple of months ago, maybe in May, um, I opened up my kitchen cabinet and the turmeric fell out the cabinet on my left side, and I had it in my hair. My whole entire left side was covered in turmeric, and I was yellow. I was like, really? This is how we go start this situation. Come on, come on. Yep. So since today's the first, uh, or Monday, I should say, it doesn't even matter what the date is. We're gonna just do this project and let it dry completely. And I'm gonna give it 2 days to dry versus the one. It'll probably dry in a few hours, but I was gonna see how great this turned out and then do one with my son and come back and show you on another day. But this project is gonna have a prolonged amount of, is this the right consistency? Blah blah blah. I want to just explore maybe buying some actual loose paint and trying another SunCatcher. And this orange is so messy. So, so messy. I don't like this orange. Yep, the orange does not excite me at all. I'm gonna go back to the pink, the light pink. Not to fix this thing, because I feel like it once it dries, you'll be able to see both of the colors kind of shine through on the Dreamcatcher piece. But in general, I don't like the orange. This one has the best consistency. Look at it. It flows a lot better than the other ones. Can y'all hear Nicholas in the background? I had to sneeze, but it's hurting to sneeze, so I might not have avoided the rain bug that I always get. So today I'll go to the grocery store and get some stuff. So it looks good mixed in, right? Like the orange looks good mixed in. I hope it does. We've been doing a lot of painting here lately. Are we shifting from paper? Nah, not at all. So I know I haven't talked about this in a while, but how are you all feeling about some of the Michaels, Joanne semi drama information that we've gotten through outlets, media outlets, and Michaels itself? Have you clicked on? Have you went to Michael's website and clicked where it says Joanne customers? I did because I was looking. Well, I didn't click on the Joanne. I clicked on the Joanne customer, but I don't buy fabric. I don't. I personally don't want to buy fabric online. I would prefer to go to a booth and take the bolt of fabric and say, give me a yard or yard and three quarters or yard and blah blah blah. Like I don't want to go online and say, oh, that looks really pretty. Let me get it. And the material's like not the material that I wanted it to be. Regardless of what it says and regardless of how versed I would be in fabric textures, I personally don't want to buy online. Now, if I had already bought some fabric from the store and I needed to go and buy a bulk of bolts, that's a little bit different. I feel like when buyers go places, they still check certain things, like touch it. Like if you're taste testing, like if you have a party, a big fancy party, you don't just go, well, you shouldn't, with, oh, this is a five-star dining restaurant and we're going to have cordon bleu and yada, 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 and you don't taste it. Oh, I messed that one up. I've been to parties like that where I was a part of the taste testing situation, the pastries. I mean, I don't like hard cookies, but some people don't like soft cookies. So there's that. I just don't like thinking I'm gonna break my tooth in a hard cookie. All right. So let's see. I'll probably keep the tool. It's flimsy as heck though, so But the next time we do this, I'll have more than one to not worry about cleaning. See, it's thin right in this little spot. I'm just trying to move it, move this over. Let's see if I can scoop a little bit of it out. No. Now, the even the outer in me, the balancing person, wants to take this and drop it and shake it, but I don't think I could do that. So this is our project for today. A little bit not so pretty. That's okay. Yeah, she's when I go off camera, I'm probably going like a few times, but this is what it looks like now. And you know what? I'm not too upset with it, even though it looks kind of icky right here. I'm not too upset with it. We use what we got, and we'll see what happens at the end. I want to say thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.